everybody, whether you're on the East Coast, West Coast, or around the world. This is Coast to Coast. And of course, Philly took care of business last night.
It was, we talked about it a little bit, and then I said that I thought that Dallas was going to come out inspired.
Yep.
And, we got our best player goaded a little bit. He got like, oh, hold on, I'm going to spit at you, kind of, and then I'm going to spit on you. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. I couldn't believe when I saw him spit on him. I'm like, why are you spitting on Dak?
Well, but then the whole thing came out like that, and it's when you see exactly what Dak did.
Well, what did Dak do? Maybe I missed it. Enlighten me what Dak
he
did.
Spit in his direction.
Dak did?
Yeah, but he was behind a couple other guys. So Dak actually came out in the presser and was like, yeah, I'm not proud of it, but I spit a lot. And he's like, it went his direction. Then Carter was like, what's that? He stepped through. They started to talk, and then he spit on him. And, of course, then the flag comes out. I was thinking it was just going to be 15. I didn't expect him to get booted, though.
No, that's a big deal.
Once fluid lands on a body, that's a big deal. With all the diseases out there,
that's a major point of emphasis this year, though, too, with the officiating crew, is they're taking like unsportsmanlike acts like super serious this year.
The taunting calls are that one taunting call was ridiculous.
Yeah,
like this, and then it's not like he was standing over him or anything. Like those I get, right? You're like keeping the guy from getting up, but he's just flexing it. Really, like that. That's what we're doing.
That's that, and that was, and it's like, all right, you took away our best player. Well, first off, you need to know a lot better than that. Like that's you can't do that.
You can't do that. You got to have some emotional awareness, right? Like, even if you're mad, you just be like, okay, that's all right. I'm going to come mess the rest of your day up now.
So, and he would have had a good day, I think, because it was, I didn't think that their offensive line played great. And because of it, they were able to get some gains on the ground.
But you guys got a weakness now,
if I'm Jay McLovin,
right,
and if I was a Dallas Cowboys fan, I'm not very happy with CeeDee Lamb right now.
Right?
Yeah.
Two balls that hit him square in the hands.
Oh, I'm proud.
And that third one also went through his hands.
Yeah.
Like I got I was right in front of us.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know what? I'll tell you this, though. I think you guys got a weakness. Said, man, Jay, those two drops. Yeah. I think you guys got a weakness, and the Cowboys definitely was exploiting the hell out of that. Was Adoree Jackson. That dude, y'all need to fix that situation. If you don't fix that situation, I promise you, that's going to bite you in the ass.
Well, you guys were exploiting him. I mean, you guys were definitely targeting him. You were targeting him, definitely. And he started to make some plays at the end. And listen, there were a number of plays he made at the end. So it's definitely needs work. He's definitely on the weaker side of that. But they didn't go. It went exactly as I expected it would. They went away from Quinyon Mitchell, for the most part.
Yeah,
and it was like Quinyon did get that one call, that I was really, it was the first pass interference that happened in the game. It looked to me like your receiver was actually holding us, and he wound up getting the call. It's like, that's shady. That's just straight shady. But the way that their body was to the referee, it looked like it could have been the other way around. You know what I mean? So it was interesting in that regards. Quinyon Mitchell got a pass interference call that really should not have been a pass interference call.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, they're playing this game. Everybody's got the Cowboys in the 8.5, so I get it. Wound up being under too.
Yeah, I blame the Lightning on that because before that both teams were able to move it down the field, get in the end zone, and I was like, oh, here we go. We need one more score. We get the over. Now I got the spread right because I thought it would be less than the 8.5, but I took the over there, and then the Lightning comes, and I'm like, that's gonna mess it up. And then, they didn't score another point after that, right?
No, they did not.
So because prior to that, I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna hit the over, no problem.
And it rained for a second, but it was. And I'm actually glad that there were no injuries after that lightning break.
Yes.
That was the fear. I actually mentioned that to True Blue. I'm like, I hope nobody gets hurt here because there was too much of a potential. Like even the first play from scrimmage when they used Barkley, and he kind of got tackled funny.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't know that I'd give him the ball again. This may be the game for AJ Dillon now. AJ Dillon and Shipley. And how about, I tell you, another monster play. Catching Miles Sanders from behind.
Yeah, I think if Bond hadn't caught him, yeah, he was going to.
That's a 7-point tackle.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Because he scores that touchdown. You guys, I guess, take the lead at that point.
Yep.
But it was the fumble right afterwards.
Yeah.
And he didn't see the field again. That was the end. That was the end of Miles Sanders' day. And of course, I was right by the Cowboys tunnel. And I had to let him know, hey, Miles, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Taking another one for the Birds. Let's go.
Good job, buddy.
They did not play Jaden Blue at all. I wonder what's going on with Jaden Blue. He didn't even see the field. That I saw anyway.
I don't know who Jaden Blue is. So
Jaden Blue's their running back. They got him out of Texas. They got him this year in the draft.
Well, your one guy was doing really well.
Yeah, I know Williams is doing well, but I'm saying I'm surprised though that they didn't bring him in on any given rest plays like they did Miles Sanders. Like they brought in Miles. I'm surprised they didn't bring in Jaden. So I'm wondering because Jaden's just number 2 on their depth chart.
I will tell you that I learned a little bit about Schottenheimer.
Okay.
He's an old school coach.
Yeah.
He's very old school in the way that he called that game. It was the ground attack.
Oh yeah.
The passing game was there, and what CD got had to have gotten over 100 yards, I can imagine.
110, but yeah.
But it was a ground attack.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
I think he didn't want to trust the rookie on this day. I tell you, for the same reason why Sanders is out there, makes that big run, finally gets out on the field, makes a really big run, then has a real big flub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that may have cost him a lot. Like he may have gone down to the number 3 position because of that.
Possibly, yeah. I think one of the biggest things I took away from that game, though, for the Cowboys, which I thought was a win for me, was the fact they only had 4 penalties, like under 50 yards worth of penalties. That's not bad. When you look at typical Cowboys football, we're usually up around the 7 or 8, hell, even 9 at some points.
Yeah.
And penalties. So I thought the fact that what shows me that, okay, our discipline has gotten better because we have not always been the most disciplined team to hit the field. So I thought that was good. So I got to give Schottenheimer some credit for bringing back at least what looks like right now at the onset some better discipline than what we've had in the past. I got to give him that. That's good credit.
And the other thing is that it doesn't matter what we say. This was a preseason game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
This
yeah.
was a
Yeah, I'll give you
preseason
that.
game.
Yeah, I mean, week one always is. Week one is always a little bit ugly.
Yeah, and so like I that some of the drops, the CD Lamb's drops, I think are indicative of that. I think later in the season he makes some of those catches. It's
Certainly those last two.
Yeah.
I mean, man.
Yeah.
but and the Eagles got obviously some work to do. They definitely did not look crisp. Jalen was not in midseason form.
Yep.
It was a good game. Not always the easiest game to watch.
Yeah.
There was a lot of different things that were going on that I thought were just tough. Like nobody stopping anybody.
Yeah.
It was just.
Yeah, it was just move down the field. And that was the big takeaway for especially the first half, right? Is you're watching and you're like, okay, so nobody's going to stop anybody. Got it.
And then the second half, everybody stops everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, as soon as that rain delay, lightning delay, whatever, as soon as that happened, everybody.
With 4 minutes and 44 seconds left, right after the fumble.
Yep. Well, everybody just looked flat. And it's not like it was like, okay, but you guys were off for a little while. You got to ramp back up. Like, there was no ramp back up. Like, they just looked flat the rest of the game, really.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, all that momentum is gone. Now you got to try to pick back up. I mean, that's like trying to take a car when you haven't warmed it up and expect it to go on the field or on the driveway and perform. I mean, you got to warm it up a little bit. So an hour delay, yeah, you're going to go cold pretty quick.
For sure. It's just there was enough time left that you thought they might kind of get back going again, but yeah, it just never.
Hey Joe, we're not going to let you try to goat him now. I listen. It's
give Joe some leeway.
Don't make us have to silence you, Joe.
Hey,
You
Joe.
lost. You can blame CD. You can blame the coach. You can blame the Cowboys. You can blame Jerry. Guess what? 0-1. You're the worst team in the league right now there, Joe.
Hey, Joe, don't let him do that to you. This guy's supposed to be the NFL champion, and he looked like dog poo-poo going up against the sorry Cowboys team that didn't even have Micah Parsons. Don't let him tell you that, Joe. Stick up for yourself.
Hey, listen. You guys made sure that we didn't have our other player either. Hold on. Let me spit in your general direction and make it seem like you were goading us to get rid of our best player before a snap even happened.
That's right. This
Hey,
is
Joe,
this is the new viral.
What's he doing talking to Carter right now, anyways? Like in the beginning of the game. That's the other thing. It should have been a taunting call, and penalties. But they weren't gonna kick out Zach in the game, or Dak.
Zach. Whatever.
Oh.
So you just tell them that Cowboys are sending a gift basket to Bond for saving their ass. What a time, man! It was a good game. Hey, all in all honesty, like I was telling Bo in pregame, I was like, I wasn't really expecting a lot from this Cowboys team. I've told you that I'm not really expecting a lot. And the fact that you call it preseason, you call it Randall, you can come up with whatever bullshit you want to say. The fact of the matter is, we did play pretty good. And yes, it may be inspired because it's a divisional game. But I got to tell you, like I said a minute ago, I felt like our offense didn't look too bad. I felt like we got some discipline back on the team. Now we just got to go from there. Like I said to you, I think if you don't figure out that Jackson situation, I think some other teams are going to see that and exploit that.
Yeah. I also say that how much I'm telling you, Carter not being there changed Dak's day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course.
in a very big way. Your guard was giving up. There were a tremendous amount of hurries in that game.
Yeah.
And that guard with Carter not there, Carter's better than Davis. And I think he would have gotten exposed a little bit more.
I'll tell you what was interesting to me, though, Pags, is I did not see too much of A.J. Brown. I didn't see too much of Dante Smith. I thought you guys had a very pedestrian passing game. You guys didn't even break 70 yards to any one receiver. I thought Saquon Barkley put up 3.3 yards per carry. And I hope that's just a preseason thing, right?
He put up 3.3 because at one point he had 61 yards on 11 carries.
No, he wanted to go at 3.3 yards per carry. That's what his day finished out at.
I will say this, that at the beginning of the season, your trade when he was on the field, we were rushing 2.3 yards a carry. When he was off the field, we were at 6.1.
Yeah, Clark. You're talking about Clark. And yeah, I agree. And see, that's the thing, though. That's what, and I think you know
Barkley had over 60 yards in the first half, Joe. That's what I said. I was surprised when I saw it was 11 for 61 yards. I was like, really? He's carried it even that much? I didn't think he carried it as much.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you're right. I mean, Clark was what we needed in terms of the run stoppage. And I hate giving up Parsons. I love what Parsons brings to the team. But at the same time, I do know that our weakness was our run defense. And Clark, like you said, when he's on the field, it showed.
Yeah. And so, I mean, those were certain things that I was looking at.
He actually finished 18 carries for 60 yards.
Yeah, it was 18 for 60, a touch, 3.3.
That means he had either negative yards or no
he had
yards.
7 yards for negative 1 yard.
7 carries for
Seven
negative.
carries for
Seven
negative
carries for negative 1 yards. Yeah. Yeah. Finished 3.3 average. Crazy.
I mean, if you took the receiving in the account, he had 84.
I did not like the play calling, actually, on the Eagles side. I didn't like the fact that they were going up the middle a lot. Again, it was one of those things where
you were having success on the edges, so I don't know why you started doing that anyway.
I agree. And so A.J. Brown, I thought A.J. Brown was going to be used as a decoy. I didn't think that he was ready, and it showed. You know, he wasn't getting as open as he normally does.
Maybe he should go back and drive to the season opener in a Honda Civic instead of a Rolls Royce and a tailor-made suit. Maybe we should just go back to the old school days.
I don't think one thing has anything to do with the other. Maybe
Yeah,
you should
Ricky
stop
Vaughn.
painting your fingernails.
Ricky Vaughn
Maybe you
did
should
it.
stop painting your fingernails, Jay. How does that got to? And that may have had a difference in the outcome. But
Ricky Vaughn did it. I don't know, man. The Terminator, the Hibernator,
The humiliator.
the Humiliator. I'm just saying, let's go back
That's
and
right.
get the guy a Honda
If you can hit
Civic,
it, you
and
can
let's
name
go.
it.
If you get a piece of it, you can rename it.
Call it the masturbator.
the other thing I do agree with Devontae Smith was open a number of times, and there were at least 2 plays that I know of specifically that Jalen missed.
Yeah.
You know, like there was one where, again, right in front of me, I happened to be on the goal line at the Cowboys tunnel. And there was a play that Devonta Smith was like open and had 3 yards of separation, and Jalen didn't see him. And I'm like, oh man, I saw when they lined up. I'm like, Devontae Smith is the call here. He's the call. And he didn't see him at all. And I'm like, oh man, that sucks. I think the next play he wound up scoring in like my part of the end zone. So it was like he ran right in to my part of the end zone. But
Joe, I don't know if that's really true. Again, this is a game that y'all circled. We're definitely getting up for it.
Mhm.
I will be really interested to see what it is you guys do next week.
Right.
And I also think our you had our best player on defense kicked out of the game.
Yeah.
Before the first play of the game. There's so many different things that dictated this game specifically. And I mean, let's face it. How many millions do you think that spit cost?
A lot.
Oh, yeah, so many. Yeah.
A lot.
I mean, he was going to be, he was slated to be the next real big, highest paid player, non-quarterback.
Mhm.
I don't think so now.
No.
It's the second time.
Because it's like
been-
it's a common trend now for him. Like he's proving that he hasn't grown up yet.
You know, you say that, but then, you know, if you remember, like Sue got big contracts and he was a douche during his playing days too. So, I mean,
it's going to be. Yeah, I understand that, but it's the second time he was ejected from a game.
Yep.
Luckily, this one didn't cost us. You know.
Yeah, we got the Giants in Chicago the next two games, so that
Yeah,
should be interesting.
So you guys should beat the Giants, but that's going to be a tougher game than it should be.
Oh, for sure.
Like
For sure.
because again, I like their defense. Their defense should be good. The offense, who knows what that's going to look like, but the defense should actually look pretty sharp. So I'll be interested to see that matchup. But I mean, you guys should win that game because again, you got an offense that is questionable.
I mean, I'll give you a little bit of questionable to it, but we also ran the ball, I thought, pretty good. Now, you're going to say there's no Jalen Carter there. Okay, that's great. You know, that's another thing, too. Like, okay, granted, you didn't have Jalen Carter. I get that. But we also traded away Micah Parsons. So it's not like we both gave up something in that game that meant something to our team in a significant way. So, come on. There was no pass rush on your side. There's no next man up. Yeah, you can do this all you want, but you know what? This tells me that your ass ain't going to the Super Bowl.
Really? Hold on. Who's the champion? Who's the champion?
Yeah, that's right. Hold
Who's the
on.
champion?
Where's my 1996 jersey? Hold on a minute. Where's my 1996 jersey? No, give me the 1996. Yeah, that one. Bring that over here. I mean, come on. What are we doing? What are we doing? You want to hold up some past bullshit? That's fine. Hold
on. Did you
That's
see?
last year.
Did you see? Hold on, wait.
It's past. Last year is past. It's still past. This year, okay. Right, the trophy. Whatever. Okay, I'll give you that one.
Trophy was on the field last night. It was on the field last night. The reason why you guys started out the season in front of the entire NFL was because we're the champs.
I said you're last year's champs. You're not this year's champs.
Not
this
yet.
Is a whole new world.
Not yet. And you know what?
Year.
You know who's the best team in the league right now, right this second?
Read between the lines, Pags. Read between the lines. No, in all honesty, though, good game. Honestly, I thought both sides. It was a good game. Yeah, there was no blowouts. There was no craziness.
No. Yeah, it was like I said, there's a lot of work that's got to be done from both teams.
Yeah,
God,
at least it was a good watch overall, right? I mean, because we've had some clunkers for the season debuts, especially after preseasons have gone the way they have over the last 5 years. So for this to be a tight, good game the whole time, that was nice. Like it was nice to have a game that just wasn't terrible, because you also you had to go into it thinking which rules are, they're going to be an emphasis on, that they're just going to throw flags constantly, because they've done that a number of times in week one the last couple of years. So it was nice to not have an incredible amount of laundry on the field. So,
and how about what was it? Pickens only one 15-yarder.
Yeah, I mean that's a
Yeah.
good day for a Pickens or a DK. Like that. You're like, oh, you only ruined one drive. Nice.
You know what? But here's a takeaway from me. Like I said, when you launched this Cowboys team, we didn't know what we were going to get from Schottenheimer in terms of the quality of him being the head coach, this, that, and the other. But I thought the product that he put on the field, call it preseason, whatever you want, but I thought the product that he put on the field against you guys was a good product. Like I said, it was a much more disciplined product. It was a much more. They didn't allow any sacks, or actually, I tell you that they allowed one sack. You allowed one sack. I thought they did well.
He's calling himself the Cowgirls.
I know that's why this is going on the screen.
The Cowgirls came and they gave a tongue lashing to your butts.
Oh, I hit a nerve with Jamie. It's fine. You'll see. I mean, when he was with us, he got more of them every year he was here. So, maybe you guys are finally the girl to change him.
I'll tell you what, though, I do really hope what True Blue said on yesterday's show. I hope that's actual factuality that Stephen Jones could possibly hire a GM. I think that would be the first step in getting this team on the right path, is actually having a qualified GM come in that's going to look for a qualified candidate, not just a yes man. I think that would be the first step in the right direction. So that does kind of give me some hope, and I'm hoping what he's saying has some fruition to it. Yeah.
Jamie, I know. I'm just messing with you too, man.
No, Jamie, he's being serious. Ain't no messing around on today's show.
It is all in good fun.
Hey, no soft feelings today. This is not Soft Feelings Friday.
Yeah, this is the wrong show for that. If you get in your feelings, we're probably going to be a problem. Man, I needed.
I'm gonna get a lot of mileage out of this.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So Saquon had a good first half, anyway.
Yeah. Like I said, after the Lightning, and like I said,
Hold on a minute. I'm not letting that shit go by. Put that damn thing back up. Hold on. No, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna give you Saquon in that first half. Okay, if you want to say that 60-yard bullshit, but you still got to remember 3.3 to finish. Hold on. And Miles Sanders ran better than freaking Saquon. Get the hell out of here with that bullshit over the Cowboys.
He had one play where he ran better, and guess what? That next
he still had more yards.
In that next play, guess what? You know what else he had? A turnover. What's more important?
He had the turnover, but
3.3 yards on the turnover. A 7-point turnover. You can almost argue that it was
Javonte Williams over here
as much as CeeDee Lamb.
I'll tell you now, Javonte Williams played better than Saquon did. Honestly, I think at one point Williams looked over at Saquon and said, "You're my bitch. You might have a Super Bowl camper win, but you're my bitch for today. This game, you're my bitch."
Jay. Let's try and keep this show monetized.
Monetized. That word is on FCC regulations. I hear it on ABC all the time, CBS and Fox. I don't know what we're talking about. I'm not dropping F-bombs.
I'm just saying, reel it in, crazy guy.
Crazy guy. He's over there blood right now.
Oh, man. Yeah, if you had A.J. Brown on your fantasy team, that's unfortunate.
It was unfortunate.
And this is exactly it. Yeah, I mean, he fumbled. So
no, I'll give you the fumble. I was just, but the Javonte Williams. What's your defense against that one? That's what I want to know.
See, and this is where we thought Pags was going to be this morning. We were betting the over/under on if he makes.
Yeah, so
I was wrong. Like.
I didn't drink much last night because I didn't get a chance to drink after the game because the game went late. And by the time I got back to my living room, it was 1:30 and they had already called last call. And I'm like, I'm getting a drink anyways. I don't care what you called.
I mean, you probably had it before. You probably could. They probably would extend that to you.
Oh, Dallas and the over. Okay.
What I tell you,
Damn.
Joe?
Yeah. Well, so I took Dallas on the spread, right? Like I thought they'd cover, but I also went the over route. Stupid Lightning.
Those darn open airfield stadiums. Why can't you just put a roof on that thing or get a retractable?
Partied for you.
Hey, all us Jamies stick together.
That seems to be a popular.
Good stuff.
So yeah, it was. I did get to meet Rob McElhaney yesterday and
Cool.
Glenn Howerton. That was.
So did I understand you right? You were able to actually get down onto the field.
The field was right in front of me. I didn't get down on the field.
Oh, okay. I guess what I thought you were talking about.
I couldn't move. I couldn't move at all yesterday. Like, so everything that I did had to be very calculated if I wanted to try to get to my seat. Like, I couldn't get any videos out. Normally, I am getting videos out like a half hour before game time, and I couldn't even get that to happen.
Yeah.
It was so much of a pain in the nutsack to get anywhere. And like I said, I need help. I need handlers.
Yeah.
And it's getting to that point. Like I don't know that I have to be like I Am Speed where I have like a camera and everything going on, but
a whole team. Yeah. No. And yeah, so it's just a precaution because they don't want lightning to kill people. Right. So even
that lightning was not 30 miles away. There was a great shot by Ian Rappaport.
Okay.
That showed the lightning strike that where it hit was only like 2 miles away.
I mean, honestly, even when it's 30 miles away, a lot of times if it's an active electrical storm,
it's got to be in the sight line. So
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
it's usually so it's even at the top of the stadium. I think it's 8 miles to the horizon, 9 miles to the horizon to a certain extent. Yeah, I think that's part of that. Like, I think that there's no chance that they would have.
And the lightning shut everybody down. Like nobody did anything after that.
You know who did stuff? The punters.
yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
We're working on those Pro Bowl numbers already.
They definitely did not kick to what's his face, your returner.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I know he was pissed off about it.
Turpin.
He was
Turpin
pissed off about it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I know that last one. He was like, like they're not kicking to me. Wah!
Hey, that's a show of respect, really.
That is a show of respect because otherwise they'd definitely be kicking it to you. I get that. It's a good strategy move.
No, hey, listen, that's part of what was supposed to happen. I mean, obviously he's a good returner. So you don't want to get beat on a special teams play in day one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
right.
that's
especially on the season opener, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the only thing on Sports Center.
Right.
You don't
now
even
it's
have
just
other
spit.
Now it's just spit. Exactly. Hawk Tua.
That wasn't even a hawk to it. That was just
Somebody said that yesterday. Zach got hawk to it.
he didn't get hawk to it. He just got to it, like Tua.
Man,
Yeah, so
good stuff.
Well, I'll tell you one
Not a
thing.
game
That was a
tonight.
good way to start off the football year, though. I thought that was a good way to start off. That's a good game to start off the season.
No, like it was a good game overall. Like I was, it was a good watch. Now, obviously, I didn't have a horse in the race, so like it didn't matter to me who won.
Right.
Other than my pick for the day, I wanted that to be right. But yeah, I mean, you know, my game isn't until Sunday. But we do have football tonight. Going to be on YouTube TV, free for everybody. Probably this is the one and done on that, but I'm sure they'll start charging.
What network are they putting it on? Just on this like YouTube commentators?
So I don't know who is doing the commentating, but it's going to be YouTube TV. It's
And
probably,
how is it free?
So
it'd be free if you have YouTube TV, I would imagine. But
well,
not.
no. So it sounds like it's going to be just broadcast on YouTube, so you'll be able to watch it for free.
Oh, okay.
YouTube TV, you got to do the 7-day free trial type thing. And
Well, no. So it sounds like it's being put on by YouTube TV, but it's actually just going to broadcast on YouTube.
So you can just go to YouTube and they'll have like a live feed of the game. They do that sometimes.
That is exactly. That's what it
They
sounds
do
like.
that sometimes for when the Olympics go on too, like how the Olympics have like NBC, USA, like all the 5 channels, and they have like a secondary channel where they'll just stick it on YouTube and you can watch it off of YouTube while it's going on.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have Bob Costas calling the game.
Well, and so it could be interesting because I think it might be a situation like Netflix had where they're just stealing the commentators from other networks for it. Because I think last year they used the commentators from CBS, if I remember right. So I would imagine YouTube is doing something similar because they don't have like a contract with a bunch of games, right? So I'm sure they're just borrowing from, any one of the other networks.
Tell you what, though, NFL is really doing a good job with the 1-2 punch getting it started because tonight, we get Chiefs Chargers. That's gonna be a hell of a good game.
Yeah, no, I'm looking
really
to
find out what that Chargers team is about.
Well, they learned from last year. I mean, it was Chiefs that started off the season. Eagles Eagles were in. So.
Yeah. I mean, but I like it. I like the way they're doing.
I know that the NFL is trying to do the fact that they're both divisional games too kind of makes it interesting. I think that's also done purposely.
Yeah.
I like it that the Chargers are the home team here. I do like that because nobody watches, in LA anyways.
So the commentator for the game tonight is Rich Eisen.
And Bob Costas.
It's actually going to be a very interesting crew. So Rich Eisen is the play-by-play. Kurt Warner is the analyst, but that's typically who does the Sirius XM radio calls for Thursday night games. So they're typically together anyways. But then they're going to have Donald Destroying De La Haye as the sideline reporter.
Interesting.
I don't know who that is.
He is a YouTube sensation that can kick an 85-yard field goal that is playing in the UFL right now for the San Antonio Brahmas. So being that he's
an 85-yard field goal.
Yep, that's how he got signed by the San Antonio Brahmas.
He's got an absolute cannon.
He can kick a ball 100 yards off a tee.
Wow.
That is pretty impressive.
He's just not very accurate with his kicks, which is why he's not in the NFL. But he's made.
I'm about to say, why is he not in the NFL?
He's made an 85.
It's hard to be accurate from 85 yards.
He's made an 85-yard field goal with a holder on YouTube, and he's kicked the ball 100 yards, goal line to goal line with a tee. And he's got 30 or 40 million followers on YouTube, so it makes sense if the game is being put on by YouTube that they have him be the sideline reporter.
Yeah, that's fair.
That does make sense.
Yeah.
Is that the guy I Am Speed?
No, different guy.
Yeah, this guy's name is his nickname is Destroying. So when you see him, if you ever watch the UFL, it actually has Destroying on the back of the jersey. It doesn't have his actual last name on it.
Okay.
Yeah, and honestly, there probably will be some of this, some buffering.
He hate me is what I want to put on the back of my jersey.
Actually,
he hate me. I'm going to put I hate me.
And
or I hate Jay.
Now those would sell out.
I hate nail polish.
They all have the ads, so it's like a real jersey, says Revlon. And the Chargers can win this game there, Rob. I mean, this is going to be another game that should be a fun watch. I still think KC gets it, but should be a fun watch.
There's a piece of me that kind of thinks that I'd like to see Kansas City win this. I'd also see Kansas City like to go 0-2. So either way, I know that last year coming back for game 2 against Atlanta, which is a team that really should have not beaten the Eagles, wound up beating us at home on game 2. The Chiefs, the Eagles were tired coming back. That plane trip affects you in a lot of ways.
Well, it's why I think KC wins this game is because they've been there. They kind of know what to expect this time around.
Yeah.
So
Kansas City hasn't been to Brazil.
Kelsey was down there. So basically, when you were listening to the presser, like a bunch of the guys went down there, so they're familiar with the flight and stuff. Not playing in the game, but they're familiar with the travel of the trip.
Got you. Okay, maybe.
Yeah, those long flights really take it out of you. I didn't like it when I flew to Japan from Dallas. I felt like the whole world. I mean, I felt dead to the world when I got off that damn plane.
Are you big in Japan?
Am I big in Japan? I'm pretty sure I've got a lot of seed over in Japan. I will say that. There's probably more than one Jay McLovin running around somewhere in Japan. I promise.
Oh my God,
Man,
that's funny.
Now, if you could just go giggity giggity, you like
whole bunch of Japanese guys, half Japanese guys with painted fingernails going. Why do I have a beard? Japanese don't have beards.
Man.
I'll tell you what, though, that is one country that is a hell of a lot of fun. If you want to have some fun, go to Japan. You can have a lot of fun in Japan. It really is a lot of fun. It's expensive. That's the only downside to it. It's expensive, but man, it's a lot of fun.
I like the fact that they have square watermelons.
Yeah.
They throw them in a box, get them to shape.
Going to a baseball game in Japan is interesting, though, because they don't really make a lot of noise. They just held up them little plastic things and clap them like this.
No, because they don't want to hurt their hands.
Going to a baseball game in Korea.
No, they got some little plastic cone-looking things. They bang them together. Whenever somebody gets a run or somebody gets a strikeout or a home run, they'll clap them little plastic things.
Go to a baseball game in Korea. It's even more interesting. They actually have cheerleaders in Korea for baseball that stand on the dugouts and do cheerleading.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rah, rah, shish boom ba, hit a home run.
Right.
Well, remember when we obviously had the COVID season and we didn't have baseball till June, and the KBO was like the only baseball that was on
That you could gamble on.
just because there was nothing else going on. So I used to watch the KBO in the morning. I remember it was either the Kiwoom Heroes or another team that they had like the cheerleaders on the
Kiwoom, like
KIWOOM or whatever. But they had like the cheerleaders.
I thought it was like the quinoa.
So they had the cheerleaders. They had the cheerleaders up on the dugout cheering, and then the person just sends a screaming line drive and just drilled the cheerleader right in the ankle. I'm like, well, that's probably why you shouldn't stand on the dugout.
Hey, God bless.
God bless America.
But yeah, I got to imagine baseball in even lots of places. I mean, because what they're doing is it's entertainment. That's what it's supposed to be. So I can't wait till I get over to Asia. Like I would love to go. Like if I do it, I think I'm gonna go do it for like 3 weeks to a month, and I'm just gonna do like Japan. And I want to go to China. I have to climb the Philadelphia stairway, or the Philadelphia ladder, or whatever it is. It's up to the 7-star mountains, because they called it the Philadelphia stairway. I don't know why they did that, but the Philly sports guys got to do the Philadelphia stairway.
I'll tell
Then
you
do
this,
the Ace Ventura and bring a slinky.
It's not a stairway. It's actually a chain ladder.
Oh,
it's a chain ladder. You got to be like clicking yourself in and stuff.
Oh, gotcha.
I'll tell you what, the beaches in Japan are interesting because they're black. Like the sand is damn near black. It's the weirdest. It doesn't look like our beaches. It's so completely different. Yeah, it's interesting.
I'm all right with that. The volcanic beaches.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a pretty cool black beach on Maui. In fact,
Oh, really?
if you do the beach drive, you can hit white sand, red sand, and black sand all in about 15 minutes.
Oh, that's
There's Brad.
Hey. Yeah, the score wasn't quite like you predicted there, guy.
718 to 10.
Exactly. Good stuff.
good old Brad. I love you, Brad. We do. Every day.
Hi, Paul. I'd love to be back over in London. There was a piece of me at some point that wanted to try to get. I like the idea of the Phillies being the resident team in London and bringing different teams over there. Like, I know that they wouldn't do this, but like, because I know that the Phillies and the Yankees actually draw crowd in both spots, so they wouldn't bring that game over. I know when they brought the Mets over there, that was the reason why they just took one home game away from each one of us and did it over there. But I think that like even Boston, same situation, they wouldn't do that. But I wouldn't mind playing like the Astros over there or something.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
taking
that'd be
a
a lot of
3-game
fun, actually.
series, a 3-game series, and going over there, and or even the Tampa Bay Rays, a rematch of a World Series rematch
Mhm.
in London, I think would be good. But I know it won't be next year because instead the Phillies are going to be playing in Iowa.
So now that you just brought that up, what do you think of the reports that came out? I think it was last week that Roger Goodell is thinking about having the Super Bowl be played in London.
I don't like that. And the reason why I don't like that is, first off, he's thinking about it. And I think that's just there's a piece of me that says that you'll see one in Dubai faster than you will London. Reason being is the domes.
Mm-hmm. I could see one being in like Mexico City too, before London, because they have domes in Mexico City as well.
Well, but you got to have not only a dome, less likely in Mexico City first. I think that you have, again, better chances of being in
Dubai.
Yeah, only because of the money.
Yeah.
I could see Dubai saying, "Hey, we're going to give you $1 billion." The hard part about this is that I don't know that Dubai would do all of the other things that the NFL does, and that the NFL is I may take a PR like a PR hit by doing it in Dubai, and is the money worth it? So, because like I said, you get the NFL gets their hotels for free, shuttle service for free. It's all around, and ultimately, when you have a Super Bowl, you don't make as much money as you think you do.
No.
It's like a break even almost.
Really?
The city makes money. The city makes money, but the hotels holding everybody does not.
No.
Yeah,
I just think it's only a matter of time until the Super Bowl goes abroad somewhere, just because you look at how many international games are being added every year, how many more cities Roger Goodell wants to take this to, like Tokyo and Sydney and like other countries that are like getting involved in the international games for the NFL. Like, I think it's only a matter of time before he says, you know what, we're going to take the Super Bowl over here this year and see how it does.
Yeah, I just don't. I mean, like, you can't do it at Wembley. Again, they're not going to take the chance of a rain or overly cold Super Bowl.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Not going to do that anymore. They're not. New York was the last one.
And the funny thing is, New York's weather was warmer than when Dallas had the Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, they actually had a fantastic.
New York was like 49, 50 degrees and raining, and Dallas was like 38 and it was ice.
I don't know, man. How would the American public, though, overall react to our Super Bowl being played in another country? Would there be any down? I mean, I don't know. It's not gonna like close them down or anything, but I mean, but would there be a reaction to that?
Yeah,
I mean,
Brad, I have
people-
no doubt about your diehardness.
yeah, your fandom exactly.
Yeah.
No,
People
so
are mad about it
people
now.
would
They
be
play
mad.
games.
people would be mad. You'd get the people that are like, we're boycotting because it's out of the country, and then they just turn around and watch it again anyway. So,
Yeah.
I mean, the people that would complain about it are still going to watch. Or
For
the
sure. And
ones-
that's what, it might be financially more lucrative because all the pay-per-view that you, or not pay-per-view, but I guess everything's on streaming now. So all the streaming services would pick it up.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to like the game.
So
would
here's
be-
the other problem with London. What time are you starting that game? You're gonna start that game at like 8 o'clock at night?
It'd probably be
And
3 o'clock in the afternoon our time, because I think London is 5 hours ahead of us, which would be 8 o'clock at night their time.
That's
It'd
what
be
I'm
like a-
saying. It's like,
yeah.
is that what you're doing?
Probably.
They would have
Um,
to.
Yeah, we're never going to have a Super Bowl here.
They would have to, because I don't see them playing the Super Bowl at noon, which would be 5 o'clock London time. Like if they want to keep it on,
They
like on-
used to have. It used to be that the Super Bowl would start at 3.
So if that's what they did and they did bring it out to London, you're looking at, if they did it then, it'd be 10 a.m. our time. But if the NFL is just like, no, we'll just put it at 3 o'clock for most of the country and then 4 o'clock out east or whatever, then yeah, it'd be like a 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock kickoff London time.
I think that's going to be the biggest deterrent on doing some of these.
Yeah,
Like,
well, and that's where
that's
Mexico
what I
City-
think.
That's where Mexico City could work.
Because they're only 1
Your
hour
Central
behind.
time.
Yeah, Central Time, yeah.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be as long of a travel, so there wouldn't be all of the fatigue or whatever. It would be very easy to get there, quick and
Yeah,
done.
I mean,
Well,
it's a-
yeah, but that fatigue is not going to happen because they're there a week early.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're there.
exactly.
No, that's true.
But I mean, yeah, Mexico City's generally like a 5-hour flight from most places. So
Yeah. That's why, yeah, Mexico City being Central Time, you won't have really much adjusting to do.
no, exactly.
I also tell you
that game was played in. It was played in Mexico City. How would that affect ticket prices? In other words, obviously, you know how it is for us here. But if it's paying the pesos, would it be cheaper for us to go down there to Mexico City and see the game?
So I was living down there when the Cards played in Mexico City.
Yeah.
Ticket prices were the same as they are here.
Okay.
Yeah,
And it's
I'm not.
It sold out in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ticket prices aren't the thing that with that. I'm expecting that the harder part of that is like it would be a long time before Mexico City because of the amount of security that they would require for something like that. This is not just a game. This is the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So imagine like Radio Row and all of these other things that they have, all the other fanfare that they have, and the amount of security that would be required for something like that would cost so much money. And then how many cartels are you going to buy off? And how happy is the one cartel who you didn't buy off going to be about it?
Oh yeah. No, I can see that being a huge factor. Kidnapping.
That's really the scary part of this.
Yeah.
I don't see it any other way. I just don't see Mexico City on the list. And I'm not saying, hey, listen, I'm not trying to get the cartels after me for saying something like that. But it's like I'm just saying it's
Billy, we're at your
Well,
door.
what Paul said there too, like how London doesn't have like a stadium where a roof closes, which that's true because all the stadiums out there are built for soccer. But you know damn well that if London and the NFL were discussing that they wanted to have the Super Bowl there, that somebody in London would build a dome stadium for that, or at the very worst, a retractable roof.
well that the first guy that would do that would probably be Khan.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, which is where they have like 2 of the England games every year. They have the layout right now where they could put a retractable roof on because where the second level is a seating, there's like an extendable roof that's already going over the fans on that upper deck. So they have kind of that setup where they could just run like.
Well, I heard that they can just throw a really big tarp over it all.
Minnesota Vikings tried that in the Metrodome. It doesn't work too well when it gets too heavy.
Go figure.
Caves
We'll
in
just
when-
put
caves in
a
when it snows.
couple of pieces of wood up there just to hold it in place.
Yeah, that's right. You got the points, so it drains off the side. It's that poor man tent.
Oh, jeez.
So, real quick, just to let everybody know, I chose Denver.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I have the cards. I took the cards.
I have Cincinnati.
Yeah, I went with the Cards.
All right, so we have so I'm going to write this down right here, right now. So, week 1, Denver, Cards. And
Cincinnati. Cincinnati.
That went well. Can't even blame that one on StreamYard.
Yeah.
No, you can blame anything you want to blame it on StreamYard.
Jay is Cards.
Yep.
And we have Dustin with Cincinnati.
Joe's
I'm telling
taking
you,
Denver.
Joe gets Denver.
Who?
Anybody else?
Rob, who did you have? Who did you have? I forget. I forget who he said yesterday.
Hey, Brad said he'll take D's nuts.
Brad's got Kansas City.
Yep.
All right, and Rob, it's a suicide pick.
Suicide.
So whoever you choose, you can't choose again. And anybody else?
Cards. Cards for Rob.
Rob's got the cards. And if anybody else wants to join, get your things in. We'll try to keep track of everybody to make sure. I have a feeling that there's going to be 3 people out already. Rob, Bo, and Jay.
Oh, Paul taking the Chargers.
You had Paul the out list. No, I'm kidding. Chargers might actually win. You never know. Hey, did y'all see where McCaffrey is on the list now? Is on the injury list with a calf issue?
Jay, have you seen Christian McCaffrey's career?
Right?
You can put him on the injured list every week because he's.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. I mean, we haven't even started the damn. It's my point. We haven't even started the season, and this dude's already on the injury list.
Brad taking Buffalo.
Hold on, Brad. I got you with Kansas City.
Oh, is he? Oh yeah, Brad. What are you
Brad,
doing?
one pick. You get one pick for the week. It's a suicide pick.
It's so hard.
Brad. As much as I love Christian McCaffrey, he's one of those guys that I think is going to have to start considering retirement pretty soon, because he's just had injury after injury after injury. You look at last year; he had both of his ankles and both of his calves were shot last year, and now he comes back and we're not even in week 1, and his calf is still shot.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, I mean,
eventually, you know what happens when you have a shot calf, right? That Achilles doesn't hold too well
That's
anymore.
what I was gonna say. There's a good chance he doesn't make it through the season.
And if he pops that, you got to wonder how much he's got left, because he's what now, 31 now?
Yeah, I think
Well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like everybody has a certain amount of reps in them before they're done, and I think Christian has been so overly used when he was with Carolina that really hurt him when he went to other teams.
There, he was hurt a lot.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
If his calf is still like this in a couple of weeks, I think that Achilles is going to pop.
No, it's entirely possible, especially with the way that injury has been a thing over the last few years. So
I don't want to hear that, seeing he's my starting running back in my fantasy league.
Well, I keep an eye on that waiver wire.
There's a reason why they traded for Brian Robinson. Yeah, that's a good insurance.
I'm about to say that you should have got Brian Robinson as your handcuff pick to him.
I might grab him.
Yeah,
that's
if he's
a good
around out there,
he's probably already gone.
It's possible. It's possible. All right, guys. Enjoy the game tonight. Have a great weekend. First week of football is here. Awesome. Otherwise, we're going to get out of here. See y'all next week.
Peace.